All right, so everything kind of leads up to this week. How are you, sitting? How are you ready to go for this weekend?
I'm super excited. This is the greatest time of the year. I mean, this is like Christmas for me. So I'm super excited. It's gonna be a fun week.
You know, last year you had a strong performance in Kansas City, made it to Saturday night. What was key for that run, and how are you maybe a better wrestler now heading into this national tournament?
I think a big thing with the national tournament is you got to take it match by match. You can't look forward. You can't look backwards. You got to take it match by match, and I think I did a good job of that last year. And I plan to do the same thing this year. You know, I've been there before. I've been in Saturday night now, and so yeah, I'm excited.
Do you remember what was going through your mind when you're on the award stand? You know, on that second step.
I mean, I was heartbroken. I remember that. You know, so that sticks with me. I'll remember that feeling for a while. So I'm just excited for this week.
Is there anything in particular that maybe fueled you or motivated you from that moment, whether it was listening to somebody being applauded or?
No, I mean, I don't think there's anything in particular. I wasn't on the top step, so that sticks with me.
What's been the biggest growth for you this season? You know?
I think the biggest growth for me is I think there's a lot. I think I grew up. I think I grew up a lot this year. I don't know if I'd say that about me last year, but this year I feel like I grew up. I've been through some ups, some downs. I mean, I lost my first match in Carver, you know. So, yeah, I think I've just grown up, and I'm super excited for this week. And I mean, I keep saying it, but at this point in the season, there's not much more to talk about. You know, it's time where rubber meets the road.
When you talk about kind of growing up, how much of a toughness, mentally tough improvement is there when you're talking about, you know, because it sounds like you're talking about just kind of mentally tougher in a way.
Yeah, I mean, I think as you get older, maybe the mental side of things come into play a little bit more, but at the end of the day, it's the same thing. You know, I was doing the same thing when I was 10 years old, wrestling in the AAU state tournament. I thought it was the biggest deal ever, right? So, it's just got to treat it the same way. Just another competition, but there's obviously a big X on this one or a circle, whatever.
I know you're looking forward, but what was the biggest takeaway from the Big Tens?
The biggest takeaway is that I don't know. I mean, I think the biggest takeaway was obviously that I didn't. I think some people might think that the biggest takeaway was that I didn't come out on top, but like I said, I grew up a lot in that tournament. And I learned a lot, and I'm going to take that experience with me into this week. So good.
Thanks, Drake.
Thank you, guys.
Sure.